We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Boston Red Sox. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Martin Perez, the Venezuelan left-hander, will be the man on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. The Angels, hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll and Hyde in this one here today.
Grounded down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1.
7-11.
Here it comes. Line hard to center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Batting second, the second baseman, David Fletcher.
Stepping up now, David Fletcher. Lifetime against Martin Perez. He's gone 3 for 6. He also has 1 home run. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line to the right side. But he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 27, Mike Trout.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings up Mike Trout. Here's the first pitch to him. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. 4-2 over the last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you could extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
First offering on its way. He's ready now to pitch. Swing and a miss as he chases one out of the zone for the 3rd strike, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Angels leave 1. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Jaime Barria, the Panamanian right-hander, will get the nod here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy really struggled last year. This season's going to be about a bounce-back year. Real ugly ERA last year. He has a lot to prove to himself and to his teammates that he's a much better pitcher than he was last year.
Now batting, C.J. Chapman. It leads things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Not shortstop, C.J.
Wow.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. So, fellas, this Angels team entering play here tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving in the right direction.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. And it's fouled away. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Well, that was a slider
Batting
at 3-2
second.
count, and it just
right
didn't
fielder.
tempt him enough to get a good
Alex.
swing. A good job of
Verdugo.
pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
Striding into the box, Alex Verdugo. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. From the belt, the pitch. The 0-2 delivery. And look out, that one ran in and got him.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before,
Batting
but
third.
now they really
The
don't
designated
like him.
hitter.
He's gotten the
JD.
baseball all worked up by hitting one of their best
Martinez.
hitters early on in this game, and you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
So coming to the plate, J.D. Martinez. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Here comes the first pitch. Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
The 0-1 pitch. Swings through it for strike number 2.
I know he's down in the count right now, and it's not looking good, but he's been swinging at bat so well lately. I don't think he minds this one bit.
And this is swung on and missed, and the American League's leading hitter is gone on strikes, 1 away. Didn't mess around much in that
Batting
at-bat, Dan.
No,
The
that was
first
pretty
baseman.
impressive, man. I really like the
Rafael.
pitcher
All
that
high
trusts
tension
and works
Never.
off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Upton's under it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting fifth.
With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I'm definitely excited to watch Rafael Devers in this one. Looking at his stats, I was really impressed with the fact that he's hit 4 bombs in his last 10 games. Lately, he's been the guy to watch, and I think he's ready to do some more damage right now.
And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Chatham at second. Verdugo on at first with 2 down. 2 balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
The set and the 2-0. Popped him up. Simmons over to his right. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Boston strands a couple. Still no score. Striding forward, Justin Upton. And
Leading
he
off
does
for the
so
Angels,
riding a 9-game
the
hitting
left fielder,
streak, so
number
he's certainly a threat with the
Justin
bat right now.
Upton.
First pitch on its way to Upton. Late that time for a strike. Upton, or simply J-Up, was selected in the first round back in 2005.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And Upton won't chase that one. It's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Chasing after it is Pilar. He's there and records the first out.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Tommy LaStella.
Here's Tommy LaStella now. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. And now a pitch on the way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
Waiting on it is Benintendi. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 18, Brian Goodwin.
Into the box, Brian Goodwin. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Pitch on the way. Line to the right side.
Wow.
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Check out the lefty as he absolutely jumps on that
Batting
pitch
eighth,
and
the
hammers
first
it to
baseman,
right.
number
Got
5,
what he was looking for
Albert
and put a good swing on it.
Pujols.
Throw over to first, and the runner back safely. And again a throw. Here's Albert now, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. A ball and a strike.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
2 balls and a strike to the Angels' first baseman. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Angels strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So stepping in, Kevin Pillar.
Leading
Set
off
to lead off
for the
home
Red
half
Sox,
of the second.
the center fielder, Kevin Pillar.
First delivery to him on the way. Berea isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty V, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now, trying to limit the number of pitches and the number of appearances they have with particular guys in the lineup.
Here's the 1-1 delivery.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Hey. 2-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Just flat out froze him there. Nothing too deceptive about that four-seam
Batting
fastball.
seven,
So I think
the
he
third
wasn't
baseman,
expecting it at all.
Bobby Goldbeck.
At the plate now, Bobby Dahlbeck, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Now here it comes. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Not likely to see a fourth fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Full count now. 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hit hard towards center, and that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on.
Batting
fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
So digging in now, Christian Vasquez. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. From the belt, kicks and deals. And that's cut on and missed 0-1.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
Fouled away. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Ball. I got to count 1-2.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Trout coming on. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Michael Chavis.
At the plate, Michael Chavis. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all four corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
Comes set and the 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. Bottom of the second here with no score. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Red Sox leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Stepping up to the plate, Max Stassi, and he'll start out their half of the 3rd, top of the order to follow.
Stassi.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sharp ground ball to 3rd. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. And with
now
that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. So it's back to the top of the order now, and standing in one of the best 2-strike hitters in baseball, Andrelton Simmons. And he fouls this one off. The 0-1 on its way. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Benintendi is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, David Fletcher.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, David Fletcher hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. And the pitch.
He's had some success so far, but he's going to need to continue to throw strikes early on in the zone, because the more they see this guy, sooner or later they're going to figure him out.
Behind 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Here comes another 0-2. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Angels go down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
Back here now as the Red Sox are ready to bat in the third inning, and as they do, it's worth mentioning that their lineup has been one of the best in baseball this year. Entering the day, they find themselves near the top of the league in runs scored. One player told me, when it comes to putting up numbers on the board, it's a total team effort. Everyone has their role, and even when one guy fails, we know the next guy is going to do his best to pick him up. Another hitter told me, we hit as a unit. We just try to keep the line moving as long as we can every inning.
Leading off
Seems
for
like
the
we're on the
Red
same
Sox,
page, guys.
the shortstop,
Thank you.
CJ Yada.
First offering on its way. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Two and one now to the Boston leadoff hitter. He's fallen behind now 3-1. Alex Verdugo waits on deck. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third. And the next up,
The right fielder,
Alex
number
Verdugo.
99.
He's plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Fielded cleanly, and an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now batting, the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Here's J.D. Martinez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Now the 2-0. 2-1 the count. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Down the third baseline. Well, this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Grounded to short. Simmons is there. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Rafael Devers.
Man at second here with 2 away, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. First pitch of the at-bat. Runner goes for third. Pitch outside the throw. And he will be nailed at third on a questionable decision, to say the least, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down quietly. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout.
Leading
as
off
we begin the top of the fourth.
The center
this
fielder,
game is
number
rolling right
27,
along as we move into the middle innings with
Wow.
no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Smoke toward the hole.
Yes.
Devers has it. And he'll step on first himself for the out. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And as you see there, just 1 mile an hour separating these two arms so far. 96 on one hand, 95 on the other. So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring up Anthony Rendon. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. 2 balls and no strikes to Anthony Rendon.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Oh, not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Hit out towards second. Right to him. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 8, Justin.
Here's Justin Upton now. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. Justin Upton with a solo home run, number 10 for him on the year, as the Angels take a 1-0 lead.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
So now to the plate, Tommy LaStella. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pilar's there, and that retires the side. Angels hit the board first thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up, and the Angels lead it here 1-0. Here now is Rafael Devers.
Leading off
for him here
for
in this
the
one.
Red Sox, the first baseman, Rafael Devers.
First delivery to him on the way. Popped him up. Stasi is right there. And very quickly, one gone.
Up next for the Red Sox,
So the bases are empty
fielder,
with one man gone.
Andrew
And up next, the exciting left-handed
Benintendi.
bat of Andrew Benintendi. First pitch on its way. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. No runs, just one hit, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
The 2-1 home. Swung on and missed for strike number 2.
You know, from a hitter's perspective, you get pounded in, and then he throws a nasty changeup away. Is the mindset to tell yourself that he's going to go in and out all day long, or is he going to double up? That's the cat and mouse we're seeing right now.
3-2 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Trout is there, 2 gone.
Now batting, center fielder, Kevin Pillar.
Now at the plate, Kevin Pillar comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Here comes the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Another 1-2 delivery. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And now the count is full for the Boston center fielder. Now a swing and another fly ball here as things are getting busy out there in Central. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They still trail 1-0. Stepping in, Brian Goodwin. He singled his last time up.
The right fielder, number 18, Brian Goodwin.
いやら、シンさんもメジャーやってますやん。
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
That elevated fastball right there. That is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Outside part of the plate, the changeup is in there. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
ああ、そういうことです。あれもなかなかね、面白いっちゃ面白い。
Hit out towards second. Scooped up. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
この間上げた
The first baseman, number 5, Albert.
初めの棒が700回超えまして。
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and standing in the machine, Albert
カッ
Pujols.
ト見たらえらい回数になってましたよ。
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Man, he's looking sharp so far. 80% of his first pitches are for strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Line drive to center field. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
Now batting, catcher.
マイアミマーリーやってます。さっきやってましたよね。
Into the box now, Max Stassi. Swing and hit a pop to the right side of the infield. Chavis takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Andrelton Simmons.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Andrelton Simmons. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
また展開が早いですね。
First offering on its way. Heading out towards shallow right. Verdugo's got it, and with it, the inning is over. Angels leave 1. They lead it 1-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count, something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Leading off for the Red
Coming
Sox,
to the plate now, Bobby
the
Dahlbeck
third
will
baseman,
lead things off here
Bobby
in this one-run contest.
Dahlbeck.
First delivery to him on the way. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike one. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time, ball one.
And that's the pitch they wanted him to punch out on. A slider down around the knees. That's a good job of holding off on that swing.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Trout is right there, one down.
Up next for the Red Sox, the catcher, Christian Vasquez.
In the box now, Christian Vasquez. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. And he swings to the fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. A 1-1 count now to Vasquez.
1-1.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball two. One out, nobody on. Fouled off.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time, ball three.
But that's not an easy pitch to hold your swing up. I know it looked like it was way out the plate. Good job not swinging at it.
Holds off on the slider, and it's a good idea as it's ball four.
Now batting, the second baseman, Michael.
So one gone in the inning here with the runner at first. And Michael Chavis will step in at the plate. From the belt, the pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Trout at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Up next for the Red Sox, the shortstop, C.J. Chatham.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, C.J. Chatham. It was a walk in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
I know it's cliche and it's tired at times, but a well-located fastball down at the knees is still the best pitch in the game.
And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. One left for the Red Sox. They're down 1-0. Coming to the plate now, David Fletcher.
Leading
set
off
to lead us off in the sixth inning.
The second baseman, David Fletcher.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Racing back the left fielder. And it's gone into the monster seats. So a solo shot here to left center field. Fourth home run for him on the season. And the Angels are now out to a 2-0 lead.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Ready for another shot now. Mike Trout. He got on top of one. There was a ground out victim last time.
Trout.
あんだけでかくても入りますからね。どんだけか。
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Trout is at least partially known for being a long ball threat. Of course, in fact, he's standing on the doorstep of 300 career home runs as he hits here. Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. Gone. Over the monster for a home run.
連続で打たれてますね。
It's a solo home run here for Mike Trout. 8th home run on the season for him, and the Angels have taken a 3-0 lead.
どうなって
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Now time is called. Bears will get a trip to the mound.
Anthony Rendon.
In now is Anthony Rendon as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And he falls behind 0-2. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate.
なかなかやりますな。
Another one sent foul.
最下位とは思えんだそうですが。
And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
That was a good job tying him up inside of that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
Justin Upton the next to hit. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Still only 1 out in the inning. Popped him up. Devers near the first base bag makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, number 9, designated hitter, Tommy La Stella.
2 men are out now in the Angels' 6th, and that'll bring in Tommy La Stella to bat next. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. The Angels are out in front, 3-0. Now at the plate, Alex Verdugo will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent today.
No doubt about that. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Rendon will wait on it. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Now batter.
Next
the
will be the
designated hitter,
J.D. Martinez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now the pitch. And that's in there for strike 1.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Trout looks up. Gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center, number 11 for him on the season, and the Red Sox are on the board. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Well, they're still down, but this homer right there might light a fire under the whole team. Give them a spark to climb back into this thing. We'll see if this gets them going.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. He'll wind up lasting just 1 out into the 6th inning, but he'll leave with the lead and was effective in this one.
Your
Dylan
attention,
Bundy,
please.
a 6'1"
Now
right-hander, will be the one to get the call from
number
the bullpen
37,
here.
Dylan Bundy.
Stepping in now,
Up next for the Red Sox, the first
as the
baseman,
first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Bundy, the former Baltimore Oriole. He was acquired via trade last year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Simmons has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Up next for the Red Sox, the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Now to the plate, Andrew Benintendi. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Goodwin's in pursuit. But it's over his head, and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
Now batting,
When you play in this park where the fences are shorter, this is going to happen more often than any other ballparks.
Standing in now, Kevin Pillar. She'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Hung the slider there, but laid off for ball 1.
There is a base open here, so the option to work around him is there if they want to go that route.
1-2 now.
対4のトレードで借り
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning.
結構粘ってたんですけど
I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. The three of us return with more Wednesday night baseball after this. Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
Goodwin.
First pitch coming, here it is. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Hit in the air to shallow center. Alar moving in. But it's the shortstop that gets there. And that's the first out of the inning.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Digging in, Albert Pujols. He was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. Here it comes. Heading out towards shallow right. Verdugo waits on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Up next for the Angels, the catcher, Max.
Digging in, Max Stassi. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Here's the pitch.
Hey!
And he pulls the string on the circle change, but it's taken for ball 1. Popped into the air, back behind second. Chavis has it, and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order, as the lead remains 3-1.
7th inning, stretch.
In now, Bobby
Leading
Dalbec,
off
1 for 2
for the
on his
Red
line
Sox.
so far in the game.
The third baseman,
Even though we're moving into
Bobby
the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
First delivery to him on the way.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that'll get on by into center field for a
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in.
Now batting,
his
catcher,
hands inside the baseball, and good base hit up the middle.
If you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Into the box, Christian Vasquez, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. It was a walk in his last trip.
あら、シンさん、途中で終わっちゃいましたね。
The 0-1 delivery. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. It's 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Deep threat after that high fastball. You've got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Swing and a liner.
Wow.
Fouled. Changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's
now back,
played, there's
second
a good
baseman,
chance it's on the ground
Michael.
for a double play. And hey, a strikeout
Yay,
always works too.
So here's Michael Chavis now as he tries to go out and get the slider, but it's not there. It's strike one. No hits to this point. Ready with the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. Simmons, return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Angels 3 and the Red Sox 1. In now is Andrelton Simmons, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Nope. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Well, this one almost in the books. The story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty D, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that...
Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, or probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, going to have to do it right now.
David Fletcher will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. From the stretch. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? One there. On to first to complete the double play.
The center fielder, number 27, Mike Trout.
So base is empty now after the double play. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Mike Trout. The pitch. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very hard. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Counts even to Trout, 1-1.
この回まで行ってもらいましょうか。打連勝ったらいい。
Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Chasing after it is Pilar, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice is melted on this guy. He's been cold coming into this game, but that being his 3rd knock, I guarantee you my man's smiling on the inside.
Comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll exit after a good 7 2/3, but he'll also be on the hook for the L unless things get turned around here. Ryan Brazier enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8.
Number 70, Ryan Brazier.
At the plate, Anthony Rendon. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0. Brazier, playing here in his age 31 season. He was taken in the 6th round back in the draft of 2007.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
3-0 now.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes this the other way to right. And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the 1 run will be allowed to score.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
First pitch of the at-bat. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
Through into center field, a base hit. And not in time as the run scores. Tag, and they get him at the plate as 1 run scores, but not the second. So 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Halos lead this one.
Your attention, please.
It's on to pitch out
Now
of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 24, Noe Ramirez.
In now, C.J. Chatham. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss. Ramirez, 30 years of age. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plate at the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Now a ball hit towards Simmons and short. He's got it. Throw on to first, and 1 shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, the right fielder, Alex Verdugo.
Standing in, Alex Verdugo. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Now here's the pitch. Stirring now in that Angel bullpen, as it'll be both a lefty and a righty that start to get loose. Comes set with the 0-1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
That's great recognition right there on the part of the hitter. Not many guys lay off that one. That was a classic strikeout pitch. The 0-2 good changeup with some depth.
Lays off 2-2 now. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Check his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's 1-4.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Oh, man, that check swing was about as close as they get. Tough call for the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark. But a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Runner at first here, one man out.
なかなかの癖球ですな。
And this pitch is swung on and missed, and the AL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, 2 away.
Up next for the Red
Here's
Sox,
the cleanup hitter,
the first baseman.
No thump at him in this game so far, as might be expected. He's 0 for 3.
カットいってね、微妙なとこですね。当たってないですね。変えましょうか。
Your attention, please.
We'll look for some
Pin
two-out
hitting for
magic
the Red
here.
Sox.
Still pinch here with
Number
2 gone and a
18.
runner at first.
Miss. Moreland.
8割台っていう。
You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Now the 1-0.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes. Now he'll probably have to challenge him.
And this one's in the dirt, and he'll keep that runner where he is, but meanwhile it's 3-0 now.
ボール球が多いな。
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that'll wind up a foul ball just to the right of Pesky's pole. The 3-1 pitch, and he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs.
The left fielder.
Now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Benintendi.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Now here's a check swing. Did he go around is the question. And yes, he did, says the man in blue. Strike 1. Set. Here's the 0-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And this one's inside and high. 1-2 now.
Wow. I love to watch a guy who's not afraid to move a hitter's feet. You work inside like that, all of a sudden guys aren't likely to dive out over the plate.
The 1-2 is a breaking ball. They can't find the zone, and it's even at 2.
This is a huge pitch right here. I don't think he wants to go 3-2 and have those runners be in motion. Look for him to be aggressive with what he thinks is his best pitch.
Popped up, and he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reactions there, and the inning is over.
Ladies and gentlemen,
remains in the game, batting 9th and manning first base.
Change for the Red Sox.
Ready
now
once again, Brian Goodwin.
Number
it was
18.
A flyout for him in his last trip.
Moreland.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
変わってからいきなりファーボールやったから。
Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1.
あれはしんどいな。
Here's the pitch. Ripped down the first base line. but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
The first baseman, number 5, Albert Pujols.
Digging in once again, Albert Pujols. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way, and it's fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a miss by Pujols, and he's in a quick 0-2 hole.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Max Stassi. He got under one and popped out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
0-1.
Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch either.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Angels go down 1-2-3. They're up 5-1.
Your
Justin
attention,
Anderson,
please.
a right-handed
Now
reliever
pitching for the
standing
Angels.
6'3", gets the
Number
ball
38.
now out of the bullpen.
Justin Anderson.
Settling in now, Kevin Pillar.
Leading
He'll
off
look to bounce
for the
back
Red
after
Sox.
striking out his last
The
time
center
up.
fielder.
Yeah, but it was a good
Kevin
changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper.
1-1,
Don't be
no
shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Action now in the Angels bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose.
Your
Marcus
attention,
Wilson
please.
will get up off the bench
Pink
to lead
hitting
off
for the
the
Red
home
Sox.
half of the ninth.
Number
And they've
39.
certainly got their work cut out for
Marcus
them here, so he'll just need to work on
Wilson.
getting aboard. Right side, hit hard. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Boy, another base hit, and hopefully not
Up
another
next for the
stranded
Red
runner,
Sox.
Mark.
Yeah, I
The
can't tell
third
you how
baseman,
frustrating it is for
Bobby
the offensive team not to be able to pick
Joseph.
their pitcher up. A lot of traffic on the board. Somebody's got to come through.
Now in the box, Bobby Dahlbeck. Last time through was a base hit. First pitch coming. Here it is. The 0-1 pitch.
Oh, that's it.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
No, that's low.
A runner at first with no outs here. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Popped him up.
打ち上げた。入らんか。
There to tuck it in is Rendon for the first out.
Now batting.
Stepping into
The
the box,
catcher,
Christian
Christian.
Vasquez. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so
Vasquez.
far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there, 0-1. Runners on first with 1 down.
That's a ball.
Ball 1.
俺はもう
He obviously
One
wanted
ball,
that
one
call
strike.
on the corner, but if he continues to put the ball right there, he's going to get that call, and he's going to keep pitching as well as he is.
And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. And he'll make it in easily at second, as I'd imagine that'll be scored a passed ball. Now the 2-1.
I got 3-1. 3 balls.
Those are just
one
2
strike.
great takes right there. Those are pretty good pitches. Sliders down the way, both of them. Just off the plate. Couldn't get the batter to fish.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Pujols is under it. 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman.
Digging in, Michael Chavis. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
2-out thunder
Pinch
off the
hitting for the
bench
Red
as
Sox.
he'll hit with a runner at
Number
second
3.
and 2 away.
Okay. Terraza.
And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
The count now at 2-1. He's set now to pitch.
Ball 3.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Set. Here's the 3-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. Last strike now for the Red Sox. Good battle. Count remains full. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he lays off. Ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
The
That's
batter,
just a great at
not
bat
shortstop.
there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them. And
Out.
that never say die mentality
Your
could be
attention,
the
please.
difference. We'll see how it
Now
plays out.
pitching
Ty
for the
Buttrey
Angels.
takes over on the
Number
mound now as
31.
he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, C.J. Chatham. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
In the dirt here. And the runners will stay put here on ball 1. Too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
Fouled away. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. But he will make the catch on the hard hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
Tonight's game comes to an end, 5-1 the final score. The Halos took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Jaime Barria gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, as he allows only 2 hits in 5+ innings of work. Martin Perez is charged with the loss after 7 1/3 of very strong work. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Angels, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Red Sox, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Fenway Park, 37,755. We'd like to thank the Red Sox Nation for their continuing support and remind you to please drive home safely. Good night.
あんなんです